Hey folks, how you all doing? So today I'm going to do a new album review. This is an album that was released yesterday, and it's the Sophomore album by UK band or duo Wet Leg. It's called Moisturizer. As I said, it says Sophomore album. Their debut self-titled album was really good a couple of years ago, or whenever it was, with Chaise Lounge on it. Absolutely fantastic after you got to hear it a few times. Anyway, been waiting a couple of months now for this one to be released. So glad. I went down the record shop today. They haven't even got it in stock on vinyl or compact disc, so I've had to listen to this on one of the streaming services, listen to it twice, and yeah, I thought I'd give you my thoughts of this album that a lot of people are looking forward to listening to and works, hoping for good things from it when it got released. So there's 12 tracks on the album. It comes in at a concise 38 minutes. I'll quickly go through each of the 12 tracks, just a sentence for each one with a score out of 10 from listening to it twice, and then give you an overall summary at the end. So track number 1, CPR, seems to be a song about chaotic romance, like, jumping off a cliff for your lover, etc. Is it love or is it suicide? That's basically what the song's about. The song actually feels a bit like Franz Ferdinand to me, with that keyboard style, the crunching guitar sound, and the catchy songs. And yeah, it is uniquely Wet Leg. I rate this one at 8 out of 10 from 2 listens. Next up, Liquid Eyes. Starts off sort of acoustically, then jumps into familiar alt pop / alt rock sounds. Catchy hook, slightly more urgent and heavier than CPR, but yeah, great track again. 8 out of 10. Third track is the one that most people know. They've played it live on nightly shows, etc. Catch These Fists, I think, was the lead off single as well. Real punk attitude on this one. When I was listening to it, it actually felt like and sounded like Transvision Vamp. Remember those in the 1980s with Wendy James, lead singer? That I Want Your Love song. That's what this one actually sounds like. It's really weird. It's so close to that, it's unbelievable, and yet it still sounds uniquely Wet Leg. 9 out of 10. Track number 4, Davina McCall. Slightly subdued compared to the first 3 tracks. A bit more quieter, somber, for want of a better phrase. But it's still notably and infectiously catchy, which is really good. 8 out of 10. Track number 5, Jennifer's Body. Probably the most straightforward sounding song on this album. There's nothing really, flashy about it, nothing real electric, so to speak. It's just, there's no uniqueness about it. It's just a straightforward song, but I still like it. It does come in at 6 out of 10. Track number 6, Man Get Out. Sort of their, the Pink song You and Your Hand, which was a big hit. This is sort of, I'm not saying it's a copy of that or anything, but the same sort of storyline, basically. Basically it's You and Your Hand Tonight, and that's sort of their version of this, so to speak. But again, pretty average for me. 6 out of 10. Track number 7, Pond Song. This has all the elements of what Wet Leg are all about for me. It's their classic, I guess they've only been around for one album, their classic Wet Leg sound, but I don't know, it just seems to be lacking something for me that just doesn't click with me at all. It's still passable. It comes in at 5.5 out of 10, but it's just nondescript. I don't know if blasé would be a word you would use for this song. Just maybe, yeah, it just sounds blasé. But it's passable, and it probably is the weakest song on the album for me. Track number 8, Pokemon. Such a simplistic song. It's just really simplistic, but it works really well, and it's certainly a step up from the last 2 tracks. Comes in at 7 out of 10 for me. Track number 9, we go to Pillow Talk. This has a punky vibe to it, just like Chaise Lounge from the first album, and Catch These Fists from earlier on the album, track 3 or whatever it is. But it just doesn't quite reach those levels, but it is the same sort of sound. 7.5 out of 10. Number 10 on the album, we go to Don't Speak. It's a solid tune. It has an extraordinary catchy hook, absolutely brilliant. It sounds so fresh and new and vibrant, and yet it sounds so familiar at the same time. It's really weird. It's one of those songs that's just, you think you know it before you hear it, and yet it's brand new. You've never heard it before, you know what I mean? But it comes in at 7.5 out of 10, which is still pretty good. Track number 11, 1121. Well, I wasn't expecting this when I heard it, because all the others I sort of had guitars, synths, drums, etc. You know, the wet leg sound. This one is very much a slow burner, almost like a ballad, a soft jazzy number without the jazz. This one really showcases Teasdale's vocals gorgeously on it, like when Billie Eilish does her slower songs, and it just, you can hear her voice and what she's capable of doing with it. Wistful is probably the word I would use to describe this song. Yeah, it was just so unexpected, and yet wow, this is really cool. This one comes in at 8 out of 10. Solid track. In fact, I would like them to release that as a single, to be honest with you, because it's just not Wet Leg. It might attract more fans, because people who don't like Wet Leg might like it because it's not Wet Leg, if you know what I mean. Finally, the last track, You and Me at Home, starts off quite wistfully like the previous track. They sort of blend into each other nicely, and then we get this roaring chorus as it goes through the song. It actually has a bit of a guitar feel to it at times, like David Bowie's Heroes, just that riff in Heroes, without sounding like the riff in Heroes, but sounds like it all the same. It's really like wow. But yeah, it's a good way to end the album, in my opinion. It's really good. 7.5 out of 10. So what do I think about the album? Overall, I think there's enough on the album to keep the existing fans happy with that original sound from that original album, but there's also some branching out and maturity in the songwriting and the playing, which shows there's more to them than just Chaise Lounge. You know, that there's more to them over that period of a couple of years, 2 albums. They've really matured. So yeah, I'm actually impressed because of the diversity of music on this album. I think it's more than I expected it to be. I actually expected a carbon copy and paste of the first album, which hasn't happened. Hasn't quite endeared wholly to me yet, but it's going to take a few more listens, and that's good with an album. The more you listen, the more you get into it, the more you hear, the more you get your teeth into it. So I think that's good. I think that's good, and I think this album will grow on me. Whether I will love it as much as the debut, I don't know, but it's definitely a good thing that it's different. Overall, I think I would score this album probably 7.5 out of 10, just after 2 listens. So yeah, which is really good considering there were a couple of blemishes in the middle there, a couple of songs scoring 6 out of 10, one scoring 5.5, but the rest are all 7.5s, 8s or 9s, so that is really, really good. Anyway guys, let me know what you think of this review. What do you think of Wet Leg? What do you think of the album? Let me know your favourite tracks on the album and your least favourite tracks. Till next time guys, thanks for watching, stay safe, take care, all for now, catch you around, and bye folks.